Okay, this is now the 5-minute tarot for the 7th of February 2017. And today it's going to be this one, the Six of Batons. Okay? The starting point, though, is there's a fellow called Tony Hsieh. It's a Chinese name, Hsieh, if you want to look him up. And he has this book, or he had a book called, I think it's Delivering Happiness. And in it, he says there are 4 pillars for happiness. And one of them is, if we have the sense that we're making progress, we're going to be happy, or we're going to be happier. It doesn't have to be a lot of progress. It can even be a little, but if we feel that we're making progress in the direction that we want to go, in our own chosen direction, then we're generally happier, or we're generally happy. And I thought that's a good question to ask. So if you're looking for a question, a random question, and then you pick a card and see what sense it makes. That one about how do I feel I'm making, or what do I need to do so that I feel as if I'm making progress? That was my starting point, and I got the Six of Batons. So if we look at this card, the fellow on the horse, the wreath, and the supporters around him, if the question is, what do I do so that I can make progress or feel that I'm making progress, then we're looking at the card, and we're figuring out what sense it makes. We're not looking for a meaning. So how do you make progress with the Six of Batons? Maybe have a team around you, because you've got the fellow on the horse that has his supporters. He's got other people. So don't go it alone. So if you go it alone, without support, without supporters, and you're traveling a solitary path, you're not going to be happy, is what we can say. Or maybe the fact that he's got the baton with the wreath of victory on top. Maybe we would suggest that if you want to be happy, you need to set some goals, or have some ambition, or decide what your ambition is. That's the thing. When we're little, we can have ambitions, and people talk us out of it, or explain why it's not going to happen, or why we can't do it, or why we ought not to do it. People are always, and I say always because I mean always, coming up with reasons why not. So with the Six of Batons, think about why and how you're going to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, or you've got certain ambitions to do certain things, or to develop expertise in certain areas, or to learn something, or to do something, or to go someplace. You've got conditions you would like to see in the future, and you want to go in that direction. So that's an ambition. So have ambitions. While you don't have ambitions, you're not going to be happy. While you think that your ambitions are not going to work out, you're going to be unhappy. So what you do is maybe think about how to get it done, or else give or share your ambition with a group of supportive people. They don't have to want what you want, but they understand the value and the importance of having stuff that you want. And they're not going to tell you you ought not to have it, or you ought not to do it, or you're an idiot, or anything like that. They're going to be supportive. And even if they don't give you ideas on how to achieve your goal, they're going to be sympathetic, or good listeners when you tell them what your aim is, or what it is that you want to achieve. So that's one way of looking at the Six of Batons, on how you can become, not how you can become happy, but how you can feel you're making progress. To try that question for yourself, and pick a card at random and see what sense you would make of the card to answer that particular question. Okay, that's it. Tomorrow I think we do another of Tony Hsieh's 4 pillars to achieve happiness. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.